So, before agreeing to do Vanguard month, I actually hadn't finished Season 4. I gave out halfway through for reasons I'll address. But since I knew I needed to finish this off and do it completed and do it right, I thought it was only fair to finish Season 4 before doing the review. Holy crap, was I wrong. Cue title scene. Cardfight Vanguard Legion Mate is the 4th season of Cardfight Vanguard, a show that at this point has mostly failed. But once again, going into this season, things actually looked like it was going to fix itself. Why? Because the first thing we do is they openly admitted they were cutting most of the characters. No more extras, no more shitty Morikawa, no more annoying Emmy, no war, none of that. They were also cutting Aichi. And basically what this means is that the season picks up about, I think almost like a minute after Season 3 ends. And basically now, Aichi has disappeared, just like the clans did in Season 2. No one remembers him, but for whatever reason, Blaster Blade comes to Kai. And now Kai has the power of Seekers, the Royal Paladin deck that gave us Sing Saver, which is overly broken. And after that, things are still on the up and up. Instead of being like Aichi, where Kai just thinks about himself, and only is worrying about it for himself, he says, no, Aichi was important to all of us. He was my best friend, and I need to figure out what happened to him and where he went. So he does what Aichi should have done. He tests what it takes to get people's memories back. He gets back Naoki's memory using Blaster Blade. He gets Masaki involved, who has a perfect memory, who of course naturally finds her memory confusing because she knows something's supposed to be there, but it's not, and it makes sense because she remembers everything. We also get back Mio and Kamui, but who gives a shit about them? And from there, it looked like it was going to be promising. Team Vanguard working together, getting Aichi back. Yeah, this is kind of the recycled plot from Season 2, and it's sort of apologizing for it, but we needed that apology. Then the bad guys come in. Holy mother of fucks. If you thought Leon and Takuto were uninteresting, oh my god, they might as well call these guys Team Nobody Gives a Shit. And I mean it. These four are not only completely boring, but they have nothing about them that's really that interesting. The only thing about them is that, like the main characters, their decks use Legion. You want to know what Legion is? It is a super overly broken Vanguard. Okay, it's not that overly broken when you really think about it. That allows you to shuffle 4 cards from your drop zone into the deck and search for your Legion mate. Do those terms sound familiar? Yes, because they're the name of the freaking season! They actually have gotten so lazy. They put the cards introduced into the name of the show. If there was ever any doubt that this is nothing but a fucking toy commercial, here's the proof. Because it doesn't even try at this point. And if that's not enough, you thought that the bad guys in this were boring? Our main characters are nothing but one entity. They have no personalities. Everything is now gone. Where Seasons 2 and 3 attempted to give character, they went about it in a very lazy, shitty way. They at least still tried. There was sort of an attempt. This season doesn't even bother. Everyone's expendable. Everyone's just there so that way they can have more people to show off more decks, and no one fucking matters. About halfway through, our main heroes, well, 3 out of 5, go away because they lose to these 4. I know this is a spoiler, but who fucking cares at this point? This season is got to be one of the most dreadfully boring, shitty-ass anime seasons ever. They literally ditched 3 of the main characters, and it means nothing. They go away, and it doesn't impact anything. Nothing changes. They don't matter. The characters don't matter anymore. The plot doesn't matter. When you find out what happens to Aichi and what's going on there, or these 4 villains, you don't give a fucking shit. The plot makes no sense. It's confusing as hell. It's beyond convoluted. It doesn't add up no matter how you think about it unless you're really willing to go out of your way to assume bullshit that's never even remotely given to us. Our 4 bad guys have backstories that you don't care about. There's one of the most racist Indian stereotypes. I don't know if she's that racist, but it's annoying as hell. You have more annoying cameos from other characters just there to show off crap you can buy at your local store. And the whole thing, like, you still aren't seeing any of the card fights. They still skip turns. So you can't even say the action's an improvement. And just everything about this season is horrible. The characters are shit. The action shit. The plot shit. It's shit. The best part of the whole season has got to be the last episode. The big wrap-up. The big everything's gonna be okay. And all of that stuff. It actually tricks me for about a minute and a half in believing that maybe this wasn't all that bad. Maybe it was me with too high standards from being an adult. Maybe it was just, it didn't go the way I wanted, so I decided to hate it before that. And maybe it was actually, maybe it actually is okay. Maybe it actually is good. Maybe it all just was a nice, pleasant story. But no! Then the episode ends and you freaking start thinking again and you remember how fucking horrible this season was and how hollow everything in the finale is because none of the bonds are there anymore. None of the storytelling is there anymore. None of the narrative or themes are there anymore. It is nothing but a toy commercial. I'm just gonna flat out say this. Buddy Fight is more entertaining than Season 4 of Vanguard. At least in Buddy Fight, you see the games and you can sort of hate watch it. But this season is so blank and uninteresting and bland, I just don't fucking care. I will say Cardfight Vanguard Nobody Gives a Shit edition is a 1 out of 10 on whatever at this point. And I can't believe this. What was the point of this franchise? Has anything good besides a good game come out of it? Well, actually, yeah. This doesn't make anything any better, but in a weird way, I feel like if Cardfight Vanguard never happened, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeo wouldn't have been as good. Part of what made Yuma such a good character was that they did do what Vanguard did with Aichi. It's almost like they thought Vanguard was going to be a serious threat to them, so they decided, okay, what is this show trying to do, and what is it maybe we can learn from it? Because Vanguard really took off really fast. And a lot of us, and I even thought this for a little while, thought maybe it could replace Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe this is what will kill it off. So what Yu-Gi-Oh! Chose to do was they said, instead of like doing what they did with GX and 5Ds where they just sort of gave in to the focus groups and stuff and just made shows by committee, they sat down and they said, what is this series going for? What can we do to make this uniquely ours? So they took a main character who could easily have just been goofy and kiddie, and he kind of was in a fun way, and made it this brilliant character story and created a coming-of-age series that's one of the best I've ever seen, but was still uniquely Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Vanguard tried to copy and rip off and steal from Yu-Gi-Oh! The other Yu-Gi-Oh!, I know I'm saying that word a lot, but give me a break, actually took what was being used against them and made it work in their favor. And if you're looking for a reason why Yu-Gi-Oh! Is better, that's it. Just look at these two characters. Yuma was a real kid, or felt like a real kid, who went on an adventure and evolved into more of a man. Aichi didn't, and his whole show suffered because of it. But what did you think? I know there are some people, a lot of people with Season 4 stopped caring, but if you liked Season 4, to each their own. Comment below and let me know. And as always, click to like and click to subscribe, because let's move on from this crap.